Oi, oi, hello and welcome to another GG.CO.UK trends video. In this episode, I am looking forward to Sandown this Saturday for the Coral Eclipse, a Group 1 that is littered with some seriously big names. City of Droy took this race 12 months ago, and this time round, while I'm still waiting for weekend confirmations, it does look like we're going to have Ombudsman potentially clashing with Sozi in the race this time round. He put up a 130 RPR last time at Royal Ascot. A phenomenal horse, and like I said, there's been some big names that have been on this list, but I've looked at every run in this century and in the last decade to work out, is it simply just the case of backing the best? Do favourites do better? Is it an easy race to find the winner in, essentially? I've littered the article with lots of information, so there's a link in the description for the full written article. I'll pull up some of the individual trends at the bottom of the screen so you can see those, but you can get the whole cheat sheet in one fell swoop again by clicking that link in the description. There's lots of detail on each of the categories that I'll talk about, but I'm going to give you the 8 top line trends that should help profile the winner of the Eclipse. Now, the first trend I'll talk about is you probably want to side with 3-year-olds. 4-year-olds are the horses that are ones to avoid. 5-year-olds have won this race too. Now, I think 7 of the last 10 winners have been 3-year-olds. The 3-year-olds that have won this race have either been first or second favourites. So it's not just the case that a 3-year-old's in the race will give them a massive chance. We'll come on to the price part in a second. 4-year-olds just have the worst win strike rate percentage. Now, they have won renewals of this particular race. Their place percentage in terms of strike rate is just as good as 3 and 5-year-olds as well, but they just haven't been winning as many races as the other ages. There have been lots of horses that had the opportunities, but also there haven't been too many bad beaten favourites as 4-year-olds. So you would probably want to avoid the 4-year-olds on the trends and side with 3-year-olds, but it doesn't have to be as explicit as that. Trend 2, they are sent off at 8-1 or shorter. We've only had 2 winners this century that have been sent off bigger prices than that, a 12-1 and a 14-1 winner. So if you are going to reach beyond the 8-1, set your ceiling at 14-1, but more than likely they're going to be 8-1 or shorter. First and second favourites do really well, especially first, second and third if you're looking back to this century. Just backing favourites blind won't make you a profit this century, but it's a small loss maker. In the last decade, it's a small profit maker, but it is small. It's like 84p to £1 level stake. Trend 3 talks about official ratings. Now, we've had a 110 rated winner, 115 rated winner, I think, but most winners have been rated 118 plus. That's got to be your bottom line baseline, and most winners have been rated 120 or higher. I think the last 6 or maybe even the last 7 winners have been officially rated 120 or higher, so that's something to look at. If you've got a horse that's good in the race, take note. Trend 4, they will have last run in a Group 1 and likely within 8 weeks of the Eclipse. Lots of events that could encompass in that. You've got horses that will come straight from the Derby, horses that will come from Royal Ascot, that's quite a big marker, and horses that have come from the Prix de Jockey Club. As long as they run in the last 5 weeks, I'd see it as a positive marker. A couple of horses that hadn't run this season, essentially. They're having their first little spins, but they should have run in a Group 1 last time out. It's not completely and utterly essential, but it is mostly desirable. So you want to look for the horse Group 1 last time out, run in the last 5 weeks. They want to have run at 10 furlongs last time out or more, and they should have at least placed. Now, there have been horses that have been down the field, but in the last 10 renewals, I think there's been a couple of horses who didn't win last time out. They both finished third, but they placed in the field sizes that were there. Winning last time out is a positive coming into this race, but it sounds fairly obvious. But then you've got horses that are coming from Group 1s. Like it will be the case that maybe the better horses come to the fore in a race like the Eclipse. Trend 6, they do not need to have run at Sandown. Lots of winners of this race haven't even been here, especially for the fact that it's 3-year-olds. Lots of them have the opportunity. If the horse has run at Sandown, it should have won. I think there's only one horse that's run here and not won here that went on to win an Eclipse. So with Ombudsman getting beaten at this track, that could be a question mark or a grey area around him. But there has been a horse that's done the same. Run here, got beat, and then come and won this particular race. Trend 7, they should have raced 2 to 4 times this season, and they should have at least won a race. So that will hardly whittle the field down too much, but that would be the preference. You want horses that have had 2 to 4 runs and they have won this season. Trend 8, they must have won a group race of some nature. So a Group 3, a Group 2 or a Group 1. Probably, though, they should have already won a Group 1. Most winners had already won a Group 1. Again, I think the type of race that this is, it is a big, prestigious race. It is targeted by some big names. It might not get the depth in fields as some of the other, I guess, classics across the season. I know this isn't one, but you get some classic contenders or classic winners that will come into this race. But it's always won by a good horse as far as I'm concerned. And those 8 trends should hopefully help us find the winner for this year. There's lots of content coming up across the channel over the next few weeks. We've got the July Cup coming up soon. We've got a decent meeting at York in July. We've got Goodwood coming up. There's just loads of good action this time of year. It's a good time of year for racing, even if I am sweating because it's so hot indoors and outdoors. But that wraps up this week's video. Drop a like on the video if you like the video. Drop a comment below if you'd like to do so. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to do that and you're able to. There is an option to become a member for the YouTube channel. You can click below the video. There's an option to see about being a member, or even in the description that will give you the details about that. But for now, that wraps up this week's trends video, and we will see you again very soon.